Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. But tonight, we've got a preseason matchup, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway here in Las Vegas. And it's a pretty good return here as they get this up to the 29. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. It's across midfield and inside the 45. That one 28 yards on the ground. That's quite a way to start this football game on the ground right away. They're almost near midfield.
And that run, whether you're for this team or against them, it brings you out of your seat, doesn't it? Because that's an exciting way to get things rolling. Now you got to hunker down on defense and not permit another first down run.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down.
First down. A gain of 26 yards. First down, Lions.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What, is it 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
He was able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
Brings up second and goal at the Raiders' 1-yard line.
Gibbs is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal.
Deputy Lions. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Back to throw. And ice caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Darius Slayton from 3 yards out. And the Lions are on the board first here in Vegas. Extra point attempt to come here. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0.
The score, Lions 7, Raiders 0.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Thornton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, it's Jeanty. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
A give out of the gun to Jeanty. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there's an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Punching it in from a yard away. are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point goes down the middle, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kicker. Team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
Ready, set.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop it behind the line. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Got it. Ready? Go!
Looking to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6, and I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through a big-time pick 6.
Point after, right down the middle, and that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Escapes the defender. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it.
Oh, another ball up for grabs here, and this one is intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Raiders are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll start on the ground with Ginty. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Set. 65.
They'll set up a throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Back to throw here. Pass complete, right side to Bowers. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready, break. Liking, 18. Ready.
They're going to look to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. That's to Bowers once again. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Bowers, 33 yards. And the Raiders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Oh, and that's kind of how it's gone for them so far. That was a ball they need to get back in this game. A quick strike, a big play. But he led his guy too far, and it winds up over his head.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And just shutting him off there. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 55 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
First down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Look at this, a tight end carry. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. Ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Trying the left side with Gibbs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 40-yard line.
They'll go again with Gibbs. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. That's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Well, almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the 1st down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Again, that time, thanks to the safety blitz, as he sank for a loss of 4. 2nd and 14. Under pressure, and they got to him again. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we'll have to...
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Let's go now.
Now back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position.
Here we go. Ready.
A run out of the gun with Genty. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's into the hands of his tight end Bowers. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll look to throw here. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this 2nd quarter, but I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
A 53-yard attempt.
And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and they will not be able to add on to their 20-point lead. Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They're all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
A really good pickup at 28 yards.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
So now here in the 2nd week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
3rd and long.
On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
27-yard line. A gain of 5. It's 4th down.
They'll look to throw. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of him, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Oh, I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
Trap 50, trap 50. Dragon 60.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let it go again. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. 4th down.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens.
Come on.
They're going to try and throw. Going to let one fly for Robinson. And that is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll throw now on the final play. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They start the drive with Ware. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Let's go now.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Milton. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Will go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll show the defense.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Running on 1st down with Ware. And a pretty quick burst there as he gets across midfield and down to 46. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
46-yard line.
They run again with Ware. And a good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
34-yard line.
Throwing is Milton. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they get this one to about the 20-yard line. He was held without a catch in the 1st half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
Let's go. Go.
To throw, it's Milton. Over the middle, it's complete. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Come on, come on. Ready.
They hand off to their big tight end. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Quick throw there is incomplete.
I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Ready, break.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Come on.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here we ready.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first.
A 4-yard gain.
Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
On the set. 22 middle.
They'll try and throw for it here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
That's good.
And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
At the 47-yard
So this offense
line.
able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Raiders are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Ready. Round 2.
They'll run straight ahead with Ware. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try to finish off the game.
Yeah, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Hold the ready. Ready. Ready.
Now Milton. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up,
a great effort there. 26 yards. And the Raiders have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad is on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Yeah, he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one's going to fall incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, they run with Ware. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
He's brought down at the 30.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.